Hi, this is business attorney Sid Pedinti, the founder of Small Business Growth Program. I welcome you to my Facebook group. Thank you for being part of our community. There's two ways you landed on here. The first is probably that you downloaded one of the free templates that we put together for you. It could either been a business roadmap builder or a strategic business plan builder. The second way that you're here is that you're part of one of our implementation group programs, which, as you know by now, is full of content that is actionable, that is implementable, and that's applicable to your business right now. What I want to do is walk you through the next few steps that are important for you to implement in your business, for you to think about, so that you have more clarity and you have a better idea of how to position yourself based on some of the videos, based on the content, based on the strategies that you'll explore together with us. As you know by now, and as you can probably seen by some of the files, some of the other content and the important notices placed in this Facebook group, we'll have live strategy sessions with you right here, either on inside the group via Facebook Live, or access through one of our go-to webinars or other systems that we've deployed for you. So based on the program that you selected, based on how you want to interact with us, we're here to help you out. What I want to do today is very simple. I want to walk you through a quick one-page business plan builder that we put together for you. If you go to the files, you'll see the actual template, so go ahead and download it. This is important for you to get more clarity, better structure, a better understanding of how to position your business, how to move forward with conviction, and how to generate consistent results by streamlining your operations. So the first thing I want to talk about is your core business model itself. So go ahead and write these things down as you download this form, right? I want you to think about the name. If you haven't picked one, if you have one, go ahead and write it down. In terms of websites, again, this is important in terms of URLs. You want to make sure there's a few strategies, especially regarding URLs. One is to have longer names that are searchable. For example, our program, Small Business Growth Program. This is a strategic choice on our part because we know people look for these words on Google, on Facebook, and other platforms, right? So this helps us pick up in terms of SEO and other things, how it works up. And so the same thing in your business. Go ahead and write some names that are searchable in terms of what your clients are looking for in terms of a solution, some of the key words they write down as they're looking through the platforms. And as you're working through this, I want you to write down your target market, the ideal client demographics. Many of the entrepreneurs and business owners that we've come across, some of them who operate highly successful 6- and 7-figure companies, have a tough time scaling up, or they hit a revenue ceiling, or at some point they get stuck. That compromises and sacrifices their ROI. And one of the reasons this happens is they don't have clarity. They haven't taken the time to really zone down into the market and figure out who it is that they'd like to serve, right? If you think of a niche, in a way, there's two ways of, when you think of a niche, there's what, and in terms of what you provide as a niche, and then there's the market that you serve, right? For us, for example, we rather focus on what we provide, and that's empowerment through education, and then implementation through hands-on coaching and consulting. So that's what we'd like to do. In terms of the market, some people are a bit more selective. One market, we focus again, there at the same time, as you see here, small businesses, right? Small business owners as a core demographic is what we've chosen to focus on. Now, most of the clients that we have are professional law firms, owners, medical clinic owners, so professionals with businesses and solo entrepreneurs as well. So think about those things in your business and write it down. One key market, right, in terms of demographics. And then think about a value per transaction. For each transaction that you have, what does the value generate? So write that down. Next step, what we're going to do is think about the money math of your business. In order to make the most out of this plan and in your business, the way to implement it is to put down actual figures, attainable figures that you can work towards, that you can have a plan that you can execute, that you can make a budget towards, and actually allocate funding that will generate returns for you. So what's the goal? Write it down. Again, in terms of transactions, let's work that out transactionally. What does that work out to? I want you to do a little bit of a backward planning. So now in terms of a yearly, you figure that out yearly, work backwards and figure that out in terms of a week, in terms of a day, right? And based on your conversion rates, you want to double it. So if you're operating at 50%, for example, and your goal is to sell 2 packages or have 2 transactions per week, you know you need to pitch 4 people. So that's just a way to think about it, right? So do the math in terms of how many you need to reach, filter down to how many register, and then how many you can convert. And as you think about your marketing campaigns, which is the the revenue generation mechanisms and the methodologies, think about integrative, right? Integrating offline and online, above the line and below the line. So you have Facebook, you have Google, radio, TV, print, flyers, outdoor, and the specific strategies that can help you convert offline into online integrative omni-channel marketing strategies. Once you have that in place, think about your client capturing hooks. You are now in this group because you downloaded one of our several lead magnets, what we call them, right? And so what can you offer to your clients that is high value? So I want you to write down 3 specific topics where you see interests, right? For example, as business owners, you're looking for a way to get more consistent. So that's a topic that I'm talking about, that I wrote about, that I developed a template for you to download and use in your business. So what is it in your business? What interest is there that you can attack in the same way? And how do you solve their problem? So what can you offer them for free? What we call a lead magnet that has high value but low resistance in terms of somebody using it. So here, this template is free for you to use. The group is free. This information is free. I'm walking you through this process, highly detailed, systematic process that we've spent, over 15, 20 years now developing, testing, learning, perfecting, and understanding in an 8 to 10 minute compressed video for you. So think about that and think about what you can offer to your clients in the same way. What would they pay for? Once you have that, how do you engage them? I'm shooting a video for you to walk you through a template. That's engagement. I expect you to fill this out so you get more clarity in your business. Again, after all, this is your business, so you're expected to go through this process methodically, mechanically, step by step, and execute it. And so in the same way, what is it in your business that you can give away to your client, solving something for them, helping them understand the value that you have, but at the same time engaging them, right? So the other system in terms of automation is to have drip marketing campaigns. So go ahead and take a look at your inbox. If you signed up for something, you'll see a series of very targeted, very specific messages that you've received from us, and each of those are at a module by itself, right? Think about a domino effect. You want to make sure that each step leads to something else. So here, you're here in this group as you downloaded something, is for you to take action. Once you've done that and fill this out, it's about implementation, right? So it's step-by-step domino effect. So think about that in your business and how you can keep your clients engaged in the same way. The next system we want to talk to you about is a conversion mechanism. If you've attended a seminar, if you attended a group webinar, you'll realize that that's the mechanism that we chose. A lot of the law firm owners that we talk to like people to show up to their office, which is great, right? Some people prefer phone calls. So think about the mechanism, and I want you to think about one specific one that's great for you that you can scale easily. For us, it's events. I'd rather have 80 people in a room that I can talk to than one-on-one people showing up to my office. I'm in my office, but I'd rather pitch 80 people at a time or talk to 80 people because it allows me to shine, allows me to answer and address people's question. As a group, we get more done, right? So think about that in your business as a conversion mechanism. Is it in person? Is it all on a call? Pardon me. right? How can you seal a deal in 15 minutes? What's the sweet spot that gets you paid, that gets somebody from interested into informational, educational, into, oh, I got it, into, yes, I need this right now. Here's my paycheck. Here's the credit card, right? So what's the sweet spot that gets you the dollars, right? Who's the service for? What's the qualifying mechanism? For me, you have to be a small business owner to be part of this program. It doesn't matter in terms of revenue, but I'm looking for small businesses, specifically 500 employees or less. And so we catered our specific solutions to that. So I want you to transfer that particular mentality and that process into your business, execute it as quickly as possible into your market. So that's a qualification mechanism. In terms of closing, again, we like to use a 3 or 4 step closing sequence. That way, people who are interacting with us have a chance to understand, decipher, comprehend, and consume the information that we have for them before we decide to sell them anything, right? We have nothing to sell you at this point. At this point, you're here for free. And chances are you're getting some value out of this, and a lot of value out of this, right? So again, I want to make sure that before you pay us anything or before we interact with you, you have a chance to understand that this is a right fit for you. If I have to convince someone to be a part of in my program or to work with me, it's probably not the right fit, right? So think about that in your business, and what are you solving? What is the sweet spot that somebody would pay happily, right, to you without a problem, right? So that's the closing sequence where you're qualifying, but at the same time selling them every step of the way. Once you've figured out this pitch, go ahead and print it out, right? Keep it simple. Keep it next to you as you pick up a call. If you're on a call, go ahead and use it, right? Start also measuring performances. Set a KPIs that you can follow, you can track, you can measure, and you can perfect as you get better, right? That's fine-tuning the process. In terms of scaling your business or in terms of optimizing how you work, you need to absolutely measure, absolutely analyze, and perfect it. That's the only way. In terms of partnerships and outsourcing, again, think about that from a holistic perspective. As you want to grow, you have to leverage the skill of others. We do it. We have a lot of partners. We have tech partners, business partners. I'm an attorney, but I have legal partners, right? Absolutely, it's required. So in the same way, who are the partners who can propel your business forward, who can power you, but at the same time, who are not going to compete with you or steal your business or have you in a state that you're uncomfortable, right? So think about partnerships, and outsourcing is great, but you want to make sure you don't lose the bargaining chips and the negotiation power in that process. So think of that as a whole. In terms of technology, like I said, it's important in this day and age to use the modern tools available to you in terms of attracting, in terms of converting, in terms of delivery. And the last 2 systems, again, go back to this, it's the delivery and the expansion system. So, I hope this one-page business plan is going to help you out. Go ahead and fill it out, download it, fill it out. If you want us to analyze it, just send it up via email, scan it, or if it's online, you can transfer this information into an email, into a Word document, or convert it into a PDF or write on this. We'll be more than happy to take a look at it for you. If you have any questions, reach out to us through our website or even at info@smallbusinessgrowthprogram.com. Thanks again for being part of this group. Please go ahead and share what you do, what business you're in, and a bit more about yourself. I hope to see you on the other side. Bye-bye.